really well this evening. Friday. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday the 5th of September. I nearly said August then. I hope we're all doing really well this evening. Now I plan to go late. I plan to go live a little bit earlier on this evening, but let's just put it this way. It was a unexpected evening. Um, Follow on from my kids' party. Yeah, so it's basically a late one tonight. Family stuff always takes precedent over most things, and I think as it absolutely should do. So feel free to join us tonight. Going to do a show. Obviously, this is a late night show. Just trying a couple of things to see basically what works. So tonight's show is just all going to be about being chilled. It is late. Put us on in the background. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you're up to. I'm going to try and put this headset in because it just makes it a little bit easier for me, so you don't have to hear all the noise around me. So I hope you're all doing really well. Let me know what you're up to tonight. I went to a kids party this evening. Bunch of kids who are 6, 7 years old screaming the place down. Yeah, so I'm just pleased to be back after the absolute carnage that was my Friday evening. Maybe you've just got back. So let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing on this Friday. Now, so one of the things I wanted to do and talk about tonight, and I wanted to make the show about you guys. I want you to let me know in the chat pretty much what your thoughts are. Amorin Altus is posing that question, and now I kind of wanted to follow up a little bit. Scott in the chat, hello my friend, I hope you're doing really well this evening. So tonight is just more about your show. It's a late night show, chill, completely chill. Guys, I'll be driven tonight by whatever goes on in the chat. I'm smiling because I know what's coming in the chat. This is the fantastic chat. This is one of the best chats on any platform on here. I'm very lucky to have a community like this. Scott, who's on there, who's one of the legends of the chat, a member of the chat as well, absolute legend. So feel free to come in tonight. This is an open show. I wanted to open with, and you guys can give me your opinions on this as you always do. I wanted to open with how I think, and this show is geared, as we did an Amorin sort of out show. How was the run today? Did you scrape the third leg? Sikadu says hi. Hello my friend. The run today was good. Robert Munson says hello. Hello my friend. The run today was good, and the third leg was absolutely fine. Yeah, so that was fun. If any of you don't know, that's a little insider joke from this afternoon show. How far? What did I do today? I did about 10 miles today. So whenever I say I go for a run, just to prefix this with I run a lot. I run quite a bit, so 10 miles is I'm going to sound like a right tool, nice, relaxing, and I'm going to sound like a right tool. So that was all cool. So what I wanted to pose today is an open discussion. If you've never been here before, I am not a dictator of this chat. I will give you an opinion. Sometimes I will do a show. Any fart leggings. Any fart leggings. Most of my leggings are covered in farts, to be fair. When you run as much and as far as I do, sometimes you're going to get farts, right? So most of my leggings are covered in farts, to be fair. And particularly when you get to a certain age as well, you do fart quite a bit. So, yeah. So tonight's show, this is Friday night late show. The only thing I will ask is obviously be respectful to the chat, and in the chat I hear you exactly, my friend. Tonight is a bit of a different show to what we normally do. Just an open show, you know. Come here, feel free to have a chat. We can talk about leggings, we can talk about farting in the leggings, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'll try to structure it around football, I'll try to structure it around the club, but you know, tonight feel free to come and just have a chat about different things in life. So what I wanted to pose a question, because I know we're going to probably get nowhere near this tonight, is I wanted to pose and do a show whereby I'd give the Amorin Outers a show. Shivram, long time mate, I hope you're doing really well. I am very well. Shivram, welcome back to the chat. Legend as always, my friend. What I wanted to do was I gave the Amorin Outers an opportunity to pose and to give themselves a reason why they are Amorin Out. Of course, don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe. It really does help the channel out more than you ever know. So I wanted to pose a question tonight. Feel free to interrupt with whatever questions that you might have for the chat. Question each other and chuck me a bunch of questions as well. Is that I truly think that Amorin, I think the redemption arc for Amorin is on the cusp. I think that I don't know anything about football. Can I still join in? Of course you can, Robert. Mate, look, right, however you found the channel, right, the only mile, honestly. Let's try it again. I'm Amorin in, at least for 3 years. Next year we can have to do 2 CMs and 1 right back, and we can be hugely effective. Shivram, again, I think it's a very, very good comment. It's every time you're in that chat. It's every time. Exactly, Scott. Scott, have new internet. I truly believe that Amorin can turn our team around, but I believe the players also need to look at themselves. Also needs to look at themselves, I think, in a way that can be better. I want to see my team fit, even if they lose. Don't stop fighting and never give up. So when I think you make a good point. Yep, Scott's right. Get your badges in. United fan says GGMU forever from Manchester. Shout out to my Manchester friends. I mean, I have been up there quite a bit, not recently, but I've been up there. Too many sneakers in your collector. I am a little bit more in a collector. I do love them. I have and do review sneakers, trainers. Yes, they're for his third leg. Yes, they are. Scott, they're very special, as we've established today. I love a bit of Nike foam on the old third leg. I can already see us transcending it into that tonight. One thing I will say, Scott, and to other people out there who give a crap about these sorts of things, I did say a couple of weeks ago, I ordered a poster that was really important to me when I was a young boy. So I ordered this poster. This is a 1991, 92, the replica of the exact poster I had, and I'm going to do things behind me when I eventually have that opportunity. I'll tell you, Shivram, in a second, my friend. The one you showed exactly. So what I did do is I as I said I would, I enlarged it and got it made into a larger print. And next week when I do some stuff in here, that's going to go up on my wall, and on the back of the wall is going to be all sorts of different stuff. So yeah, that poster is basically, I put that up, and you've heard this story now tons and tons of times, but I put it up when I was about 9, 8, 9, and yeah, and put it up in 91, 92, and then we started to win the league. So that was ledge. Frog ZZ, United will finish in the top 6 this season. You mark my words, Frog. I hope you're well, my friend. I would like to believe so. Where do I sit on this tonight? Tech Z says hi. Trossard coming to Besiktas is a good transfer. I think it is. I think he's a good player. I think he's a really, really good player. I think the problem with him is that he's sort of that player that I think gets overlooked. I don't think he's a fashionable player. I think that's his problem. I think in a Brighton team, I think he's a high caliber player. I think if he goes, when he goes to Besiktas, I think he'll be a good player. I just think he's just not a fashionable player, but and I will come back to that, Shivram, as well. I hate when we're behind and then we play when we're leading 4-0. I also hate playing out from the back. Yeah, it irritates the hell out of me. It's not a system that we need to stop being wasteful and we need to focus on for the full 90 minutes. So I don't disagree. I think you should play from the back when you've got a team that can play from the back behind you. And I don't know. I think we can play from the back, but I think it's overrated. But having the ability to play from the back is good, but I do think it's overrated. Guys, in the chat, please don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe. It does really help the channel. Even if you don't subscribe, feel free to like. So go back to Shivram. Which is the best for running and sports? Flat sole, Nike versus Adidas versus NB. Right, so New Balance. I think that if you're just going to play like just sport, so it really depends, right? So if you go to the gym, for example, and you're going to lift weights, or you just want to do stuff around the gym, you do want something that's quite flat. So you don't want anything with an offset, right? And I'll show you exactly what I mean as well. For those of you who give a crap, I'll give you an example, right? So let me give you an example. Right. So I'll get these bad boys. And I'll get these ones out as well. So the funny thing is that what you guys can't see is that I've got trainers down there, got trainers over there, and trainers over there. So what you've really got is, so if you wanted like a gym shoe, this is a brick. So this is quite a flat shoe, right? So that is quite a flat shoe. So this is more of a running flat sort of shoe. But this is like perfect for the gym, perfect for those of you who want to do like a 5K or anything shorter, right? Now, if you're talking about more of a race shoe, what you don't want to get for the gym is something like this. So basically, those of you who don't run. So basically, it's all about the stack in the shoe, right? So this is a 55mm stack in the shoe. So from forefoot to heel, this is a 55mm stack shoe. This is an absolute beast. You put this on your feet, and you are. I mean, I'm 5'10", so if I put this on my feet, I'm 6 foot, right? So this is a beast of a shoe. So when it comes to shoes, Shivram. What I would say is that running shoe wise, it really depends on a number of things. Mate, I could go into a whole show about running shoes. I could go into the whole thing about running gait, running foams, companies, whatever else. So I would say to you, if you're going to go Nike versus an Adidas versus New Balance, mate, it is not as simple as that. I would say Adidas and Nike have the biggest range of shoes, but it is more mechanically difficult than that. But I'd probably say, safe bet, I think Nike probably have a more all-round Arsenal, more all-round range of shoes. New Balance are a little bit more specific, but if I had to pick who was the best company for running shoes, Adidas would probably just pip it for me right now. Yeah, but I can answer questions on running as well, but I don't want to scare people off. Shivram, we finished top 4. Hit the likes and the subscribe, people. Exactly, grow the community. I wanted some good on grip that works well on turf grass. I wouldn't go for any of those, to be honest with you. I tell you who's really good is Puma. I'd go for Puma if I was you. I think Puma, just trying to see, or Reebok. Reebok are quite good actually. That's a Nike pair just there. Got some Puma as well. So these are really good. So anything with a Puma grip on them, those are really, really good as well. So yeah, I mean, just look for stuff with like massive amounts of grip, and you basically should be all good. Khalid says, yeah, that's not very nice, Khalid, is it? I mean, Jesus, mate. Yeah, for a marathon, Canimations. I use for a marathon. I've got the Vaporfly 2 up there. I've got the Hoka Rocket X2 up there, which I've used. I've used the Hoka Rocket X2 to do a 250 marathon. So those are really good. I've even used those to do an ultra marathon as well. So I've run 100k in those as well. So that's good. I like this one. Colour is amazing. Which one is it? If you're talking about these ones, these are Adidas Solar something or other. Solar, I can't remember now. Solar Boost. These are the Solar Boost. Solar Boost 6, I think these are. These are really good. These are really, really comfortable. United are also creating so many chances in each Premier League match. I agree with you. For the last 10 seasons, we haven't been creating chances like this season. Early doors, but it's definitely a change. I agree with you. Frogs, I think that you're right. I think we are definitely different. I think we're a different beast this season. And this is why, ultimately, I'll get through the chat and then I will give you my opinion tonight on Amorin and why I think he will succeed. Jeremy said you should do one of those videos and shoes. It would be really helpful. Shivram, I've actually got another channel. Okay. And I do that on there. So there's a channel that I do, and on there is tech, and there are shoes, and there is all sorts on there. So give that a check out. Let's go through the chats. It's Techno Runner as well, so give that a check out. That's my other channel. So Techno Runner. So just give that a shot. Badger says Vivo Barefoot. Again, I've never tried those. I believe they're quite good. So mechanically as well. I think if you want strong ankles, strong feet, I've heard they're really, really good. They don't really suit me, but I've heard some amazing things about those. Graz says, if creating chances is all you have, it's really Graz. I get it, my friend. But Graz, to counter that, my friend, how do you score goals? So if you're saying that if all you have is creating a chance, then it's concerning. But how do teams score goals then? That's what I'm saying. Is that if think about what you're saying there, right? So you're saying if creating chances is all you have, then it's really concerning. Well, if you don't create chances, then that's concerning. So surely, if Liverpool are winning a match, they beat Arsenal 1-0, they created a chance by getting a free kick. So you don't win matches unless you create a chance to score a goal. that's literally the very virtue and foundation of winning Premier League matches and scoring goals is you create a chance. Without a chance of scoring a goal, you don't score a goal, right? Or unless you crack a shot from 50 yards. But if you don't create a chance, think about what you're saying, guys. Right? Is that what you're saying is if all you have is creating a chance, then it's really concerning. But unless you create chances, you don't score goals. What's concerning me is not chances; it's the not scoring goals. So I think you need to think about what you're saying there, guys. Cushioned shoes, rubbish. Badger, I disagree. Badger, I respect the opinion. Our feet are meant to be as flat as possible to the ground. Badger, mate, that's your opinion on it. I'm not going to disagree if you like those sorts of shoes. I don't. My feet are perfectly fine. I've run marathons, many marathons. I've run ultra marathons. I run pretty much every single day. I don't wear max cushion shoes all of the time, but I've never had a problem. My feet have never had a problem with them. So I think it's personal preference. I do agree with you. Is that mechanically, I think it's probably better that you probably wear as flatter shoes as possible. And running flatter shoes does strengthen your ankles, makes your gait better. But from my perspective, I've never had an issue. So I disagree with that. I think there's a rhetoric put out there that only flat shoes work. I disagree. Grass says the reason Ten Hag and Amorin lasted so long is because you hope for another Fergie. Grass, again, mate, you've dropped another clanger there, my friend, because Ten Hag lasted two and a bit years. Not because we were hoping for another Fergie. Look, Graz. Amorins hasn't been here a year yet. So we're not hoping for another Fergie. No one's got a Fergie. City haven't got a Fergie. City can bang on about Pep being the greatest coach ever. He's not Fergie. Klopp isn't Fergie. Slot isn't Fergie. No one's got another Fergie. Nobody will ever get another Fergie. Just like nobody would get another Paisley. Just like nobody would get another Shanklin. Just like nobody would get another Simat Busby. Like nobody would get another. Just trying to think of all like amazing coaches out there. Like that is not what we're trying to do. The reason why Ten Hag lasted for so long is because they spent money on him. Amrin hasn't been here a year. So it's got nothing to do with having another Ferguson. It's to do with Amrin hasn't been here a year and hasn't had his side yet. So again, my friend, you just keep dropping the ball. Thank you for taking my question. No worries at all, my friend Badger. My friend tried Vivo barefoot and watched the strength you develop in your feet. All trainers make your feet restricted. Badger, I disagree, mate. Again, I disagree. That's your opinion on it, my friend. I go to the gym, strengthen my feet, strengthen my legs. I run in all different sorts of cushion shoes. Most athletes run in most cushion shoes. The fastest people in the entire world wear cushion shoes. People, this is what I find, right? Is that people latch on to different things, right? So whether it's high stack shoes, right? So people swear by high stack shoes. I've got a bunch of like high stack shoes. I don't think that high stack shoes are all that, right? People will tell you that running pods and carbon plates and TPU plates and whatever else are the best thing in the world. They're okay. But then you've got the flip side of that. Well, people say, well, actually, no, I wear these flat shoes now. Flat shoes are the best things in the whole world. Blah 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 blah. Other than running spikes, you'll never see a high-end endurance athlete running in flat shoes. You just won't do it. Okay. I mean, I've got some flat shoes here, so these are some of the best shoes for strengthening your feet. But if you're going to competitively run, you ain't and I agree that if you can run fast, you can run fast in any shoe. But if you want to get that competitive edge, it's all about foams. So, mate, I've been doing this a long time. Trust me. Cushion, mate, is where it's at. Emmy, evening. Hope you're well. I am very well, Emmy. Hope you're doing really, really well. I support JB's third leg before Amarin. Thank you, Chief Ab. I agree with you. Would you rather fight a crocodile with no teeth or a polar bear with no paws? Ooh. I reckon I'd rather fight but then a polar bear can bite you, can't it? But then a polar bear can't walk. But a crocodile, I'd rather fight a polar bear because a crocodile will still be able to grab you because it's still got really, really powerful jaws. To be able to move and grab you into the water and gum you around. I'm sure there's something in that, right? Would be able to gum you around and then you still die. Whereas a polar bear, yeah, it's still got teeth, but it can't chase after you. It can't claw you and just kick it in the face. So, and I'm not condoning kicking polar bears in the face, by the way. I'm just saying that if I was forced into that, I think I'd rather fight a polar bear with no paws because then it can't do much. Yeah, polar bear for me. Danny B, big up JB, big up yourself. Have you seen Isaac's international debut against Slovenia? I didn't. No, I didn't. All I can run it is a bath. Oh, Emmy, I love it, my friend. Love it. Frog says Sir Jim feeding the players ramen noodles instead of steaks to cut costs. Exactly, mate. It is. Barbara, don't be rude, or I'll come and find you. Well done for blocking it. Well done to the mods. Thank you, doing your job. Apparently, I'm a clown. Excellent, love it. Yeah, hilarious. I have a particular set of skills I've acquired over my career, but JB badgers don't wear shoes. That is a very good point. I didn't even know that badgers had posable thumbs so they could text as well. So, obviously a very intelligent badger. Any name calling you will be timed out. It's civil. Exactly, Danny B. Danny B is the John Wick of this chat. Exactly. And you don't mess with Danny B. You don't mess with this chat. Disrespect this chat and you'd be gone. I haven't seen anyone running Birkenstocks before. that would be quite funny. Any shit what's exactly Scott? Scott is the it man. John Fire, United. Yeah, I'm not condoning kicking polar bear in the face. By the way, it's true, mate. I cannot condone kicking polar bears in the face. But if I'm forced to, then I'm gonna have to kick it. Hi JB, hello Rob. Gianluca says hi, hello. What time is it there, bro? It is 11:51 in the evening, Legend Edits. I hope you are doing very well. Evening, Rob, evening. So I just wanted to start off a chat this evening again, guys. This is a different sort of show tonight. I'm posing a question, but get into the chat. Let me know about what you've been up to this evening. I've been to a kids party, like hell on earth, bunch of screaming kids for 3 hours, absolutely horrendous. Gianluigi, 3-0 to City. What's the biggest desert in the world? I want to say the Sahara Desert, but is that too obvious? Is it the Nairobi? Is it the Sahara Desert? Is that the biggest desert in the world? You look like a CEO of a company back in the day. Not Sahara. Does it begin with K? The Kalahari, is that a desert? What do you think of City? I think that I think that. Don't think of sand. Ah. Um. mm, Biggest desert has got to be the Arsenal European shelf. What do you think? Um. What do you think, City? I think United are going to win that, mate. I really do. What is the biggest desert in the world? Is it some sort of salt flat? Is it some sort of salt flat somewhere? Um, is it? It's going to be something random, isn't it? Like I don't know, some sort of like one of the poles or Greenland or some sort of salt flat somewhere. Um, who would you rather fight, Jamie C or Gary Neville? Um, and it's cold. It's probably like. It's probably one of. Is it? Is it somewhere in? Is it right? It's either going to be. It's either going to be Greenland. It's either going to be somewhere in Russia. It's either going to be. It's either going to be Greenland, somewhere in North Pole, South Pole, somewhere like that. It'd be and Antarctica. Honestly, I'm such an idiot. Um, I probably fight. I don't know. I reckon that's. I reckon that's a tough one. I reckon I'd take them both though. I reckon. I reckon Carragher. I reckon I'd rather fight Carragher, just because he annoys the shit out of me. So I reckon I'd I'd give him a slap. Begins with an A. I reckon it's Antarctica. Who gives about the F? Forget it anyway. Begins with an A. Your thoughts on England's squad? Some big guns left out. Emmy, I can't believe I didn't think about it sooner. Your thoughts on the England squad? I see. The thing is with England, Rob. Right, so Wales won. I'm just going to put it out there. Wales won 1-0. So really pleased about that. England are going to win, but I think this whole England are going to win the World Cup thing. I almost don't care about England right now, and I can't explain it, right? So Southgate, whether you like him or not, right? So I was in Manchester when England were in the last World Cup and the Euros as well, right? And I felt like there was an aura, right? Irrespective of what you think of Southgate, I'm not his biggest fan, but I thought that it almost had a little bit of the old England vibe, right? I just think that this England squad under this coach, I don't know, it just feels a bit like Sven. It just feels a bit like not even Sven. It just feels a bit like, I don't know, like a Capello or like it almost feels a bit like almost feels like an era where it's a bit like of an irrelevant era. Like it's just there's no. It just feels like it's just a really irrelevant England team. They're going to do well. They're going to win. They're going to get through. Are they going to win the World Cup? No. I don't know. It just feels like it's missing something. I feel like England are missing like the next striker. I feel like they're missing the next winger. I feel like they're missing something. It just all feels a bit bland and a bit flat to me. If you fight prime Mike Tyson before pre-season, who would win? Tyson. Yeah. I'd fight Carragher for spitting at that kid. I know. You look like Steve Jobs. You look like Evil Doctor. What is that? You look like Mr. Krabs in real life. Oh, honestly. First plate score in the Prem was Oh, it was. I can. Was it Dean? Brian Dean? Was it Brian Dean for Sheffield United? I think was the first player to score in the Premier League. I think. Was it? Was it Brian Dean for Sheffield United? I think. I take it back. I want to fight Troy Deeney first. Or you could be in anyone back from the dead. Who would it be? Right. Yeah, but Scott, we're going to be. Are we talking? So are we talking anybody in the entire world? Are we talking like movie stars? Are we talking like football? Like give me. Let's be a little bit more specific. I'll bring back Tesla. Yes, it was. Thanks, Emmy. You know, not bad, eh? And you can tell that it's live as well. You know, I'm not looking at it like anything. The phone's there, like the computer's off. Yeah. Good old Dean. He was a good player. He was. Who would I bring back? I would. The first person I'd bring back would be my nan. I love my nan. Absolute amazing. What player has the most consecutive Prem games with 310? Ooh. That's a good question. I wonder if it's something like a goalkeeper. I wonder, is it a goalkeeper? See, I want to say somebody like Milner, Gary Speed. It's not going to be Giggs. Maybe it's a goalkeeper. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, is it someone like Brad Friedel? Is it someone like? It's someone like that, isn't it? Someone like Brad Friedel, Sorensen, Robinson. I'm just trying to name. Is it? Is it really? Who is it? Emmy? Who's the goalkeeper? That is hilarious. I agree with you on England. Was it Friedel? I knew it was somebody like that. It's just in there. I'd bring back Jesus. Jesus would probably be the second person, but I would bring back my nan first. Definitely, I'd bring back my nan first. Legend, absolute legend of a person. Put anyone straight, absolute legend. So, Amarin, just keep. We can keep talking amongst ourselves tonight. So for me, I think Amarin, I think Amarin is going to turn around. 2+1, bring back Jesus, let him raise the dead. Yeah, let's not get too involved in that one tonight because yeah, we'll get all sorts on it tonight. Yeah, let's just yeah. So I think Amarin is going to turn this round. And this is not me, you know, just thinking it on the basis that exactly, Scott, exactly, my friend. We'll not bash any Bibles in here. Who was the first keeper to score a goal in the Premier League? Oh, I know Schmeichel got one early. Schmeichel got one. Grobbelaar maybe got one. Who else got one? If we win against City, I will know it was De Ligt. Wife casting spells on us. Just going to throw random Prem questions in. Can't be getting involved with men in the clouds. Schmeichel. Emmy, mate. Emmy, I am knocking these out of the park tonight, mate. I'm just showing my age. I'd bring back Michael Jackson. You think Onana will go? It's on the cards. Yeah, I do, Rob. I do think that Onana's going to go. I don't see a reason to have 4 keepers. I don't know why he'd keep Onana. So I'm just going to talk about him. Amorins for me, I think will become good. I think this fan base, and I do think, judging by the majority of the chat, I do think that Amorin will stay. I do think that the majority of people want him in. I'm certainly among that. Now I'll tell you the reasons why. What two teams played in September 2024 where there was 14 yellow cards? Jesus. Is this Premier League or is it Championship or is it? At least tell us, Emmy, if it's the Premier League. It's all Prem. Who would have 14 yellow cards? That's a good question, Ace. It's got to be somebody like. It was only last year. It's got to be somebody like. I was trying to think who would have bad tacklers in it. Oh, it's two teams played in September 20. I'll give you a clue. Goalkeeper played for both teams within a year. Jesus Christ. I only one I can think of is somebody like Raya. Was it Brighton and Arsenal? The keeper played for both teams within a year. The only person I can think that did that changed teams was Raya. Was it Arsenal and Brighton? Not Raya, but it begins with R. Oh God, I can't think. And he played for Arsenal. Ramsdale. Who did Ramsdale play for? Southampton and who did Ramsdale play for? Where's Ramsdale, wasn't it? Arsenal, yeah. Arsenal and Saints. Nice one. Good old Ramsdale. Yeah, so Amorins for me, I think he turns it round. I do. I think Amorins going to go about his business really, really quietly. To be fair, what I'm going to say on this one is that I think Amorin does it. I think what Amorin's going to do, Amorin's going to amass an amount of points in the season. I don't think we're going to play particularly well all of the time, but I think that Amorin will go about his business, and I do think that we will accumulate an amount of points. And I think as we are so fast, everybody seems to have missed this completely, is that we still have 4 points. And as bad as we've played, I still think that Arsenal, I still think that United, I think we're going to beat City. I think we'll draw against Chelsea. And I think when we start getting some more players, I genuinely think that we'll do much, much better. So I do think the future is bright. I think the future is Amorin. Aristankets, who can say, who holds the record for the fastest Premier League goal in Premier League history? Now I should know this one. That's a fact. I know Mane got the quickest Premier League hat-trick. Who's got the quickest record? Now the chat needs to come in here. Do you have any? Do you have a? I do not have. I don't. And I think you're right. I think it is Shane Long, isn't it? I don't have any tattoos at all. It is Shane Long. Nice one. Oh no, not a wrong goal. Onana's got his own goal. I agree with what you're saying on the manager, but if we don't beat City, Chelsea, Brentford, pressure will be on. Needs results. Exactly, Rob. the thing that Amorins should have, I'm covered in them from my neck down. Cool. Um, I I've just never had them, and then I got to an age whereby I always thought then I was a bit too old. So I kind of I think what ruined it for me. I think what ruined it for me was I kind of like the idea of them, and I do. I think people that have them are quite cool, but I'm just not cool enough to have them. I think that's my problem. Is this I'm not cool. Who scored the fastest goal at a World Cup at 11 seconds? Oh, Jesus. I don't have Google to hand, so I'm gonna have to guess. 11 seconds. Is it like a random team like Saudi Arabia or like Morocco or someone like that for 11 seconds? Is it someone like Morocco, someone like Saudi Arabia, South Africa? Um, I've got a face tattoo, neck tattoos everywhere. It's all it's all in the head. You think you're cool. You think you're cool. You cool, mate. I've never been cool a day in my life. Chat. Do you know JB can compete in third leg? Exactly. Exactly. Was it Robson? Um, was it England scored the quickest goal at a World Cup? I don't know what country he played for, but it was. Oh, Suka. Suka played for Croatia. Oh, yeah. Davor Suka played for Croatia. Really good player. He was a quality player. He was brilliant. He was such a good player. I remember him. Great player. I can run a three-legged race all by myself. So Um, yeah, I've never been cool a day in my entire life. Um, so yeah, I'm on a football quiz questions on Google. You see, who was your celebrity crush in the 80s, JB? Oh, um, who was my crush in the 80s? Um, mm, who did I like from the 80s? I quite liked Sharon Stone. But was she more 90s though? To be fair, I think Sharon Stone was 90s. Um, mm, I liked. I'm going to be quite sad now. I quite liked. What was her name? Who sang that song? I think we're alone now. Was it Tiffany? I don't know why. I must have only been about 6 or 7. Um, and then in the 90s, which nation has appeared in 3 World Cup finals but never won? Holland? Probably Holland, I should imagine. I think Holland have never won a World Cup, have they? Yeah, I'd probably go for Holland. Um, yeah, the Dutch, I think, are allergic to winning World Cups, aren't they? Mm. Yeah. Who was yours, Scott? 90s. Um, I'm just look, I'm just gonna say this, right. 90s, right, was all about 90s was all about, like, you know, size. You know, um, big fan of big fan of the old page 3. Would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter a matter baby or a matter baby? Would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby? Is a matter baby some sort of monkey? Samantha Fox, Rob. Oh yeah, the pink Power Ranger. Oh, old Water Chops. Yeah. What was her name? Because the thing is, I can't check right now. The pink Power Ranger. What was her name? No, my 90s crush was Jet. Was Jet from the Gladiators. Jet from the Gladiators was amazing. The pink. Power Ranger of some of us. Just don't say it. JB, I'm not going to. Jinx Scott, haha. Nothing, love. What's the matter with you? Jet. Jet. Oh my god, I actually fell for that, didn't I? Would you rather a baby goat or a matter baby? Emmy, I fell for that, mate. I fell for it. Fell for it like an absolute buffoon. Yeah, Jet from the Gladiators was, yeah, she was a, yeah, she was a yeah, a crush of mine, 100%. Yeah, what why does the mermaid wear seashells? Go on. My crush was and still is Jennifer Aniston. Not bad. She's a little bit of a an MILF now. Isn't she really? She's a little bit of a, you know. Why does a mermaid wear seashells? Amy Jo Johnson. Is she, don't tell me, she is out of Evanescence? No? Is that right? Ah, so Dana Scully from the X-Files. Magnus Ross. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Gillian Anderson. Yeah. I can absolutely see that. Amy Jo Johnson. Oh, the pink. That's it. I'm thinking of something I'm thinking of Amy Wasserchops, aren't I? Amy Jo Johnson. Can I remember Xena Warrior Princess? Of course I can remember that. It used to come on Channel 5. It used to come on Sky 1, I think, first. And then went on to Channel 5 with Hercules. I think that was the like the crossover thing, wasn't it? Xena. That was quality. X-Files. Can anybody without looking at Google tell me the scariest episode of the X-Files? And I can tell you exactly what the scariest. I think it's supposed to be the scariest one. She used to come on Channel 5. I used to Emmy. She used to come on Channel 5. No, I can't remember it. A legend. It was called Tombs. I think it was TOOMES, and it was about this little weird guy who could kill people, but he'd like be able to fit into like really small spaces. It's really freaky. The guy in the sewer scared me freaking alien. Yeah, the X-Files was quality, and the X-Files came on when I was in my like early teens as well, so it was like proper scary stuff. That was yeah, that was yeah. I'm just trying to think what else, what other 90s TV things. I'm just trying to think other 90s TV stuff. Xena, Hercules. What was that? I can't stand scary stuff. It scares me. Well, Saved by the Bell. It is. What's your favourite animated TV show? Takeshi's Castle. My favourite animated TV show. Oh, I used to quite like the Biker Mice from Mars. I always thought that was a very, very underrated TV show. Batman, the animated series, X-Men as well. Thought that was really, really good. I used to love all those sorts of cartoons. Yeah, I think probably the Biker Mice from Mars, that was one of my favourites. Batman, the animated series, the X-Men. I used to love all that. Used to love all that. Saved by the Bell, yeah. Scott, yes, loved that. Fraggle Rock. That was quality. But you had two versions of that. You had the puppet version, and then you had the like the cartoon version of that as well. Dragon Ball Z still got the VHS. I think I've got it somewhere as well, mate. Um, Fraggle Rock, Jesus, I used to love a little bit of that. Kelly was smoke. Kelly was hot. Who was who was the one that was in Showgirls? That was that something Berkeley, wasn't it? I can't remember her character's name. But yeah, X-Men. Yes, I do, mate. Ed, and Eddie. Uh, and was it called Fern Gully, the little fairy saving the forest? Hell yes, it was. Fern Gully. Right. I'll tell you a film that used to get me all of the time was The Land Before Time. I don't know if you've ever seen that. So it's called The Land Before Time, and it was about it was about some dinosaurs, and they were like little baby dinosaurs, and one of their mothers got killed, and it was just it was awful. It was awful. It scarred me for life. It's really really sad. Um, yeah, it was honestly, honestly horrific, sad times that was. Yeah, that was Jesus. That was horrific. Just trying to think what else like around that time. Secret Garden. That's a good book to be fair as well. Just trying to think of any more. Does anybody watch like the anime stuff? So you used to be really really heavily into all that like anime stuff. Like some what have we got here? Some bed knobs and broomsticks. That's all. That's a classic. It's a Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I used to watch that as well. But I was probably when I used to watch that, I was probably well into my 20s. I think I've still got a DVD somewhere. To be fair, don't know where they are. Um, I've still floating around somewhere actually. I've got a lot of the things like the Cell Saga, the Freezer Saga, a load of stuff, a load of stuff. What have we got? Watership Dam used to scare. Oh, was that the one with the rabbits? And you had the big massive scary one with the like eye thing. Used to watch the Wizards of Waverly Place at 19. Knight Rider. Oh, Knight Rider. I used to love a bit of. I used to love a little bit of that. What's his name? Old Hasselhoff. Um, Baywatch. Baywatch for me was the one. What was the film with the two guys? I think Prisoners. One was a bit slow. I think he was called Lenny or something. What was the film with two guys? I think Prisoners. My favourite was Recess. What was the film with two guys? I think one was, Prisoners. One was a bit slow. I think it was called Lenny or something. I don't know. I don't know. I think he kills someone in a barn or something. I was thinking of Mice of Men actually. Uh, they worked on a farm. If I was it George. The professionals back in the day. Yes, yes, at Football Tube. Um, of Mice of Men. That is a great film. That is a great film. That is a really. I read that actually for GCSE. So, the professionals. What about the A Team? I'm not talking about the remake because that was shite. The A Team was absolutely brilliant. The A Team was amazing. So you had Knight Rider, you had the A Team, you had Incredible Hulk as well. The Incredible Hulk back in the day with Louis Farina was brilliant. Avida St. Pet, yeah, used to have Bread as well. The Equalizer, I'm never really into that. Thundercats, oh, now you're busting it out. Mm. Anybody remember the Mask? Oh no, Mask it was called. The TV show Mask. Shesko Shivram bringing it back down to earth. Shesko Mbumo all with assists in international matches. Good confidence. Any news? Any injury updates? Ace Ventura. I've not heard anything on Cunha. Mason Mount is out, so forget Mason Mount. So forget Mason Mount. Cunha, I think it's not gonna. I think Cunha will just miss the City game. Other than that, Mason Mount's out. Delo, I think, is going to be sort of out as well. He's got a muscle injury. Married with children. That was always good as well. Ace Ventura. Scott, best war film was Fury or Suso is a great film, but my favourite film is Interstellar. Have to say, Interstellar is a very underrated film. I think it's really, really good. I like the whole concept of the black hole thing as well, where time moves differently when you're going around the black hole as opposed to when you're away from it. And that scene as well with the massive wave, that is ridiculous. Rob Taff, good evening all. Hello, my friend. Anyone remember the football film ID? I don't think I've seen that. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Legend, The Royal Family. That was always good. Only Fools and Horses though is probably one of my favourite of all times. The Office is very, very good as well. Meet the Eubanks, I've never seen that. Love and Marriage Goes Together Like a Horse and Carriage, awesome. Saving Private Ryan for me, that's a great film as well. I quite like Full Metal Jacket as well. I quite like Apocalypse Now as well. I quite like The Deer Hunter. Those are good films as well. Mount Has Become Like That. Rare comet sighting. Or with the disaster of signing 60 million that will be paid for him, does Chelsea have some secret traps? Shivram, Chelsea do it to everybody. I don't know how they get the money that they do. Mason Mount, I think we've spoken about Mountain here for such a long time now that Mason Mount is done. I really hope he isn't, but Mason Mount for me is I think he's done. He'll be fine for the next year or two, but then I think he's done. Chelsea are the masters of getting exactly what they want. I think we can do City. So do I. Like currently watching Apocalypto. Apocalypto is a really good film. I really like that film. Apocalypto is really, really good. It's excellent actually. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yes, the idea is an amazing film. Green Street, undercover copper, goes into a football firm, but I guess they love it. Apocalypto is a great film on TVX. ID is a British detective going undercover at a hooligan club but starts loving the lifestyle. I'll have to give that. Best band you've ever seen live, JB? Best band I've seen live is probably the Chili Peppers. I have to say they were very, very good. Linkin Park were pretty good as well. Who have I seen? Jesus Christ. I saw Oasis back in the day as well. Oasis back in the day. I saw those many years ago. I saw Blur many years ago. Stereophonics many years ago. Oasis, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Emmy's band. Mason Mount can stay on principle of his wages while people screaming for his name. Well, the problem is Football Tube is that Mason Mount is what the problem for me with Mason Mount is that he's got the He's got the number 7 shirt, which I think is a fucking travesty. Absolute disgusting. It's not his fault, but Mason Mount was never the number 7. It was never a number 7 in a million years. Um, yeah, he's injury prone, overpaid, underplayed, number 7 shirt. Yeah, I don't blame him. It's not his fault, but I think we should have saved Mount for City, Chelsea, Liverpool games instead of using him for the first 3 games. Shivram, it's a difficult one, really. I I don't think people watch football in different ways, right? I don't think Mason Mount is that effective. I don't think he is. I think he does some nice things, and as I've said, Mason Mount plays really, really well in a box, right? So in a 2x2, 3x3 box, if he stays in the pocket, and he's fine. But the moment he tries to run anywhere, the moment he tries to be progressive with the ball, the moment he tries to bring any physicality into his game, he fails because he can't, because his body can't do it. So I think Mason Mount is good in pockets, but other than that, and again, people can disagree on this. You may not agree with me on this one, but for me, yeah, Mason Mount is I don't think he's very effective. I've watched F1 six times. I can't stand him, mate. Mine is BFM. Seen Blink 182, 1975. Also Eminem. That's cool. Mine's Linkin Park with Chester. Yeah. Who's BFM? Bullet for my Valentine. Never been to a concert, but Ministry of Sound at the Millennium Dome 2001. Wow, I bet that was an experience back in the day. Sorry, Scott, I've not heard of them, bro. Are they like Fall Out Boy? Uh, been been a lack of news yet. Robtaff, that it is concerning. The thing about this club is that we don't get a lot of news out of this club in terms of injuries. I do, Scott. I do know them. I do know Bullet for my Valentine, Black Sabbath as well. We're not going to know Mason Mount. We'll know when he comes back. I think it's at least 3 weeks, probably more. Now, bro, blame him for taking the 7. We need normal self-awareness. That guy is aware and ignorant to what he is as a footballer. I think Mason Mount. I mean, I do think that's a decent point. To be fair, I think that's a decent point. To be fair, right? Is that if you're coming to this club and you're Mason Mount, and you know the people that have taken that number 7 shirt, and someone says to you, look, do you want the number 7 shirt? I actually think you probably make a good point there, because that number 7 shirt is an iconic shirt. And does he really think that he could aspire to be a number 7 for us? So, I think you've got a point there. I do. I really do. Name me your favourite song. Oh, listen. Oh. My favourite song of all time. My favourite song of all time, or anyone's favourite song of all time. Let's get in there. I do like Mount. He's got better for us, but like you say, JB, he's done due to injuries, which is a shame. Exactly. Chelsea let him good. I like AC/DC if that helps. Yeah, Thunderstruck. That's a great song. What's the other one called? I can't think now. Yeah, they are. AC/DC are such a good band. My favourite bands include Metallica, Pink Floyd, and Porcupine Tree, Pantera too. My favourite song is Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. That's a great song. I know I'm Maiden. Sharam says I'm Maiden is also great. Mount should have taken the 19. 7 should be immortalised. It is currently cursed. I agree with you. I've seen chasing status. 7 needs to go to JJ. Must be Tom Jones. Love a bit of Tom Jones. Sorry, JB, wasn't talking to you. Me and Scott were talking. Sorry, mate. Sorry. I apologise, Emmy. Apologise. I'm interrupting your chat. I will leave you be. It's due to injuries. He ain't good. It's due to injuries. He ain't good. Give your head a wobble. What do you see in him is what you get. We wasted the dough. Let's take our L and keep. I agree. I do think we need to move on from Mount. He's not good enough anymore. Was he good enough? Possibly, but the Mason Mount, I never understood the Mason Mount signing. I never did. But that's where we are with him. You know, I think we need to move on fast. My all favourite songs are "Stay to Heaven," "Nothing Else Matters," "Comfortably Numb," and "Trains." How can I forget? California. We have some injuries, but who do you think will be starting for the City game? I think Mazraoui will start now on the right hand side. I'll go Gangster's Paradise featuring Harry Maguire. I think he'll go Dorgu on the left, Luke Shaw on the left. Predictable. Delict, Yoro, Mazraoui. I think he'll go Casemiro, Bruno. I think he'll go Mbumo. Maybe Ahmad and Shesko. Gangster's Paradise. Right, guys, it's been fun, but off away for the weekend with the missus, so off to bed. Peace, guys. Have a good weekend, Emmy. Hope you're going somewhere nice. I've cleared Trinity Rock School exams as well. Guitar, nice one, my friend. Well done. If Kenya doesn't recover quick enough, Brenner will be pushed to 10 with Mainu behind. Interesting one. Mainu plays well against City. That's a good point. That is a good point. That is a good point. Very, very good point. We shall see. But guys, I am going to go. It is late. I am going to go. Guys, amazing chat as always. Funny. The football side tonight has obviously gone to the wayside, but you know that's what this is about. I'd love to see Manu Ugarte at CM for even some news on. I have to check that out. I don't know if he's injured. I dread when with these international breaks. Oh, excuse me. We can't afford another injury. But yeah, we can't afford them. So I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you for being here. Chat tonight, hilarious as always, funny, entertaining. I can only ever thank you guys enough for being here. You just amazing. And I'm glad Shesko obviously played well. He didn't score, but I'm just glad he's playing. As I'll always say, what's really, really important to me is just to say thank you to you guys, and always say, particularly after the conversations that we've had with some people on here like they go through stuff, and we've spoken about this countless times. But I just there's one thing in life, and this is so true. Is one thing in life is that you can't buy time. you can't buy health, you can't buy, and it's just it amazes me, and it is still after like all these weeks that you guys come on here, you give me your time, you give each other time. It's true, you can't buy it, you can't buy time, and you can't buy health. And you guys spend time here with me, you spend time with each other, we get into the conversations that we do, things that we like, and you just make this chat amazing. You make the channel what it is. I'll never get tired of saying it, simply because it's true. And you guys are all legends, and I can only thank you enough for being here. So have a good rest of your night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. I will be back at some point tomorrow. I might do an England game watch along tomorrow. Enjoy your time there, because you ain't exactly. That's exactly it, my friend. 100%. Enjoy your time now, because you ain't gonna guarantee to wake up tomorrow, and that's exactly right, my friend. I'll give you the last word on that. Exactly that. So I'll be on at some point tomorrow. I don't know when. Weekends are, working around the kids, and we're working around stuff. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Exactly. Amazing chat. Get into this amazing community that we're building. We're becoming stronger. Amazing people. Even if you don't like me, get in there for the chat. You guys are, as I say, I can never thank you and repay you for what you do for this channel. So I'm going to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you very, very soon. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care.